Transportation, we all need it, right? But not everyone can afford a car. So what do? You do the next best thing, you get a bicycle. Whether you are 5 or 55, these two wheels can equal your ticket to freedom. There is a way for you to help those who want and need their freedom. I want you to meet Shannon Clancy. She is the Associate Executive Director at St. Vincent de Paul. And Shannon, we are in a space here where all the magic is happening. Tell us what's going on in this space right now.
Absolutely. We're here in St. Vincent de Paul's bike shop, and we have our volunteers here who are repairing bikes that were donated to St. Vincent de Paul so that they can go to people in need.
Well, this is why we're here today. We want everybody to know about the Second Chance Bike Drive. Why is it so important? The sense of freedom, let's just say for an adult, to have a bicycle.
Well, not everybody has a car. And for us to be able to get around and get from place to place, we need a form of transportation. And a bike can be a wonderful one if you have one. So we have some of our guests who are experiencing homelessness, some of the residents in our shelter, and some children that we serve in our dining rooms and in other places throughout the valley who can use that bike to get to a job, to get to school, to get to anywhere that they need to go. That sense of freedom and really a lifeline to being able to support yourself and get out into the community.
Absolutely. So what's happening here, you have volunteers that come in and refurbish bikes. So we're looking for bikes in any shape, size, condition. It doesn't matter, because these fine people here are turning them into brand new two-wheeled bicycles.
Well, that's the wonderful thing about this drive. Lots of us have bikes that are sitting around at home that maybe we haven't used in a long time, or maybe our children haven't used in a long time, and maybe their tires are flat or their brakes are broken or something just needs to be repaired. And if they can be donated to the Second Chance Bike Drive, we can give them new life here and get them into the hands of someone who needs them, really to change lives just by giving the freedom of transportation.
Absolutely. How does someone, when they come to St. Vincent de Paul, how do they get a bike?
Well, if they come through our programs in our resource center, perhaps they have a job interview, perhaps they've landed a job, and wherever they need to go is just a bit farther than they can get to on foot. They can get a bike from us. As our residents move out to permanent housing, people who have experienced homelessness and now can settle and really live their life, this bike can help them get to the grocery store. It can help them get to a job. And for children, it can help them get to school as we're all starting to go back to school in the coming weeks and months.
Yeah, when you have a lot of families that come here, when there's not a COVID virus happening, you often have programs where they can just go out and ride and just experience their own sense of freedom just right here on campus as well, right?
Absolutely, and for some of our children, for example, that we serve through our family dining room, we're encouraging them to do well in school, do their homework, and sometimes a bike can be just that motivation to be able to study hard and do their work and be that reward that gives them that sense of freedom in their own neighborhood.
Yeah, and I know you talk to a lot of families who have been served by St. Vincent de Paul and who are now bettering themselves and working on improving their life, all because, maybe it's just because of a bicycle.
Well, that bike is such an opportunity that opens up the world, right? So if you finally land that job, and perhaps you're even taking the bus, but in order to get to that job, you need that bike.
Yeah.
This is so important, and it's so simple for all of us to be part of it, whether you have that bike sitting around or perhaps you don't. There is an opportunity for everybody to give and participate, even making a little donation online for helmets or bike locks or all the things that allow this transportation to really change somebody's life.
That's right. Thank you so much, Shannon. And you know, you can give back. It's that easy to do. You might feel a little hopeless or helpless during this COVID-19. Here's your chance to do something for your community. Here's more information. The Second Chance Bike Drive is Saturday, September 26th, mark your calendars, at Earnhardt Auto Centers. From 8 in the morning until 4 in the afternoon, you can drop off any new or used adult or children's bike for St. Vincent de Paul. You can also donate anytime online at abc15.com/bike.